Craziest rumor you heard about yourself?
The craziest rumor that I've heard about myself. The craziest rumor.
Craziest rumor you heard about yourself, if any?
That I'm a thief, that I stole someone's idea. That's the craziest thing because, like, I think the track record shows I'm creative and that I'm not like a one-hit wonder. So the fact that that's out there is just like kind of blasphemous because I've done this numerous times. So I think that's kind of crazy. But I mean, people are going to think what they're going to think.
Was this in specific reference to the Junebug challenge or just something else you've done creatively?
Yeah. Specifically, the dance.
Is this something that you've addressed publicly?
Yeah, vaguely, because I feel like at this point it's like if people are gonna believe what they're gonna believe, it doesn't even matter what I'm gonna say. So it's like I'll just leave people with their own assessment of the whole situation. And like the information is out there, you can just find it yourself. So it's like I'm not even gonna try to refute anything anybody's saying because I don't have to. The truth is out there.
And do you even know how that happened or how that even started?
Yeah, there was a guy who danced to the song before me, and his challenge kind of died out. He stopped doing it. Once I got a hold of it, I completely took it to a whole nother level. So that's why people are saying, "Oh, he stole it. He got the idea from him." When I didn't know who the guy was until people started tagging me, saying who this guy was. So not really much to really go into.
Now, what about this? When it comes to questions, is there a question you receive you hate to answer? Can't stand. Maybe it's a repetitive question. You get it all the time. Could be from fans, could be from strangers.
I wouldn't say it's a question. I feel like it's a assumption. People think I'm tired of doing the dance. Like, you got to be tired of doing it, dude. You're like, I know you're tired of doing the dance. And it's like, I'm not, I dance. So I'm not really tired. Like, I'm making money. So, like, no, I'm not. I have fun seeing people's reactions when I dance. So, no, I'm not tired.
Not yet.
Not yet. You never know what's going to happen.
When it comes to the Junebug challenge, and that's what you're in reference on this question, I assume, and it comes to celebrities doing it, best celebrity you've seen do the Junebug challenge. Your opinion?
LeBron James is the best celebrity that's done it.
And why LJ for you?
He's one of the greatest basketball players of all time. I mean, I still have Michael Jordan up there, but he's like, you know, one of the greatest of all time. And just the fact that he did it on like the stanchion while he was resting. So like that alone, like the fact that I made it onto his radar is like lets me know how powerful, a movement I have and what you can really do with a video. So.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, worst celebrity you've seen do it.
The worst celebrity?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Who did it poorly?
Oh, who did it poorly?
Yeah.
Oh, Howie Mandel.
What did Howie get wrong?
Everything. The way he did it was just not. I feel like he did it. The way he did it, it almost felt like it was intentional on how bad it was. But I give him an A for effort, though.
What about this? What was your thoughts when you actually spot him? When you actually see him do it to his own song?
Oh, it was actually like, man, finally. It was like, what took you so long, dude? Like, it's been going on for 2 months, and he like never did it. So when he finally did it, I was like, oh, cool.
Have you two actually met at this point yet?
Yeah, I met him like 4 different times.
Okay,
4
you
different
have.
occasions, yeah.
First time you met him, what was that like?
It was awkward. He's like he's 18, so he's like, standoffish, has to feel you out first, and, very mild-mannered. Not really, I wouldn't say he's not approachable, but he's not going to approach you. You have to, go out there and approach him. But, yeah, he's just a mild-mannered guy.
And when you actually met him, where was it at? Give me the story there.
It was in Miami, so... Yeah, I think I initially went out there for him, like to link up with him and do a video. this was during the time when the challenge was still fresh. So I was going around the country, still am going around the country, but I've never been to Miami before. Wanted to link up with him. He DM'd me, "You got to come out to Miami. I'm gonna lace you with some Reeboks. We could do the dance." And yeah, finally made it there to Miami. And yeah, it really never happened. but it was a nice gesture, I guess.
And this was before he actually does it himself?
Yeah, he did it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
This was when I first met him. This was like probably around 2 months ago. Yeah.
And for time reference, it's March 2021 at this point. When it comes to this whole challenge, Junebug challenge experience, what's been the best part of it to you thus far?
I think the best part has been the reaction from my friends, because I'm like linking up with all their favorites, their favorite people, all their faves they see on TV, and just to see their reaction, like, oh my God, I watch this person all the time, and like just to see how happy they are for me, it almost feels like, you know, it's their accomplishment, you know, the way they're reacting. So it just lets me know I got some real people around me, and yeah, just to see their reaction has really made me happy myself.
And on the opposite end of the spectrum, if there is, what's been the worst part of it? The whole Junebug challenge experience.
The worst part of it.
If that was the best part, what was the worst?
Oh, me not being able to respond to them in a timely manner, or just respond to them at all. Because like there's been really good friends of mine where it's like I'm just so overwhelmed with every response, every reaction I'm getting from everybody. It's like really draining to like text them back or like call them back because I need to rest. So that's been the worst part because I feel bad for not being able to what's the name. But I mean I'll get back to them when things die down. So.
Now, you also mentioned in this conversation money. How much money have you made from this challenge?
The most I've ever made in my life. I'll say that. In the 2 month span, the most I've ever made in my life. That explains it right there.
Now, prior to these 2 months, what were you doing beforehand to earn a living?
Same thing. I mean, just keep creating videos and whatnot, and having opportunities to be in commercials. I mean, but the last time I was in a commercial was like 2018. So 2018 through 2021, it was like really dry because I didn't really get the whole aspect of like promotion and all this different stuff, and so I never had management as well. So I guess I was just waiting on a moment, and finally happened. But through those times, it was just me relying on EDD and money I've had in my savings. So I guess it paid off, but I wasn't making any money whatsoever.
Now, 2 questions here. What you mentioned management. Did you have management before the success of the Junebug challenge, or did management come after?
Management came after, because I felt myself missing opportunities. I've had my dad, temporarily manage me like that, but he has his own business, so he can't fully embrace me or fully be there to do everything you're supposed to do as a manager. So I've had management somewhat, but not to this extent.
You seek management yourself, or does management find you?
Management found me in this circumstance. Yeah, because it's hard to really like reach out to people. You never really know people's intentions. So the fact that my management now was all organic was like, that's how I prefer everything to be. So it found me in this case.
And just for chronological purposes, okay, the challenge starts to get hot. At what point does the management situation come in? Are we talking like 2 weeks in? Are we talking like a month in?
A little bit under a month, I think, or a couple weeks actually. I think it was a couple weeks, 3 weeks max, where management came in.
And what's been management's role for you in this situation?
booking flights, responding to emails, responding to DMs, you know, getting me to where I need to be throughout the day, getting me food, recording me, like everything, you know, everything you can ever imagine. So all I've been having to do is just really just focus on what I've been doing up to this point, which is just creating and just editing. I don't have to worry about anything else.
Care to name your management in this situation?
Yes. Chris Adams, AKA Big Two Management, AKA It's Too Stoned on Instagram.
Okay. Now, I asked you a few questions about the Junebug challenge. Anything else you want to mention in regards to this challenge at this point? I don't know if it's a certain question you continue to get asked or anything you want to address in regards to the challenge, but since we're just on the topic of it, any last words on the challenge, and then I'm done with my challenge questions.
A lot of people are getting tired of the song I've been dancing to. So I'm coming out with my own song. That's coming out March 10th, Bug Out. We're gonna be bugging out all 2021. It's a whole new wave, whole new song for the kids. You know, the song previous that blew up isn't the most positive song, so there's a lot of limits on it, but this is something, you know, I had made for me, and it's universal. So everybody's gonna be able to dance to it, and I'm excited for it. March 10th, my song Bug Out drops.
And just for the record, have you ever done music before up until this point?
No, none whatsoever. No, I never thought about it, but yeah, here we are.
And when was this song created? I know it drops March 10th. When was the song created?
Probably like a month ago. I went to New York. I've had a friend who's been a producer for like 10 years. Finally had the opportunity, or finally had the instance where I needed his help, and he was there to help me. We made it within like 2-3 hours. Just had all my friends in the booth with me. It was all organic. It was all, you know, great energy, and we just came out with that. And, you know, I never had to make any tweaks to it. Yeah.
Something you wrote, something you freestyle punched in, something somebody else helped you write with?
Somebody helped me write, for sure. Yeah, because like I said, I've never done music before.
And when you say this was organic, was this like a spontaneous opportunity, or was it meant for you to go to New York to work on music and see what happens, quote unquote?
It was a little bit of both. So I was going to New York already to make content with people, and it just so happens that my friend he's from New York, was there, and I was like, man, I'm thinking about a song, And he actually advised me to do it at the start, because he's seen people in the past like fail to capitalize or make something that's lucrative for themselves. So he said it was the best opportunity for me to do. So it just happened organically, but it was also like coordinated.
And was this something that you personally wanted to do, or was it more so the suggestion, a battery behind your back, so to speak?
It was a suggestion, but now that I've actually done it, it's like super fun. So it's like, why not? I want to do more music.
So now that you're being booked all across the country for hostings, appearances, and things of that nature, they play Spotem's song, you're doing the challenge, you're dancing, you're vibing, whatever. Deep down inside, are you like, man, I can't wait till my own song comes out and people can listen to mine in the club or the venue, and
yeah,
it's just going to be a different experience for you?
It's definitely going to be different because I'm not making any money off the song. So I've done a whole free campaign for this guy, and it hasn't been, I mean, it's, you know, worked out in my favor, but it would be nice to be paid, like, you know, handsomely for what I've been doing for the song. So it'll be a great transition.
Well, in a sense, you are getting paid. You're just not getting paid directly from the song.
Directly.
Yeah.
Indirectly.
Indirectly, yeah, correct. And, okay. And oh, because I said to you I had two questions, so I asked you one already. The second question was the merch, and you're wearing one of your merch items today.
Yes.
You have a website. You have merch dedicated to Junebug.
Yes.
Was that something that you had before the challenge exploded, or was that something that you caught up to as the challenge was getting more and more popular and things of that nature?
This was something that led up to the moment. Like I've been making videos for 5 years. I've actually had friends, you know, teach me about social media, and I've seen them have their own line of merchandise, but, you know, I never had the management to do it. But now that I have it, you know, I've finally made merch for my day ones who's been there supporting me, and merch that's been focused on the challenge, but also just what I like, you know, I like old stuff and whatnot, and vintage stuff. So it's my finally had an opportunity to like really make it make sense. So yeah.
So just to be technical here, the merch, the website for the merch, that all happened after the challenge exploded?
Yes. Junelite.com. Yes, sir.